Today we're in the outdoors, the great outdoors. We're at front of Ray's Outdoors. We're cooking up a paella. Why? Because it's actually a dish known when the women have a day off, the men cook paella. What is it? Well, it's just rice, vegetables, seafood, mixed in. You're not allowed to stir it. All you do is cook it. Let's give it a go. So just heat a little bit of oil. I've cut a heap of vegetables up earlier. Onions, tomatoes, capsicums, fresh garlic, chicken. So when that's getting hot enough, okay, what we want to do is pretty much saute or slightly cook a lot of our vegetables. Now the amounts doesn't really matter. You can put a heap in, you can put a little bit in. You can use sausages if you want. You can use other meats. Use just mushroom, you can make it vegetarian. It's a dish which pretty much you can just do what you like with and make a base of it with tomato or herbs and spices. There's no limit to a dish like this. So first we heat the vegetables with a little bit of chicken, and I'm going to put in the calamari as well, it's the squid. Now, the only reason I'm doing that, normally it doesn't take long to cook. It's a great dish when you are caravanning camping because it feeds so many. You only need one bowl, you don't stir it often as soon as you've added the rice, and just let it cook away. And it feeds so many, filling, and as I said, you can use pretty much anything. Oh yeah, and don't forget the garlic. I probably did get a little bit excited, so I'll take half that ingredients out and use that for later. When you see the chicken starting to change colour, you're nearly ready to add the rice. And as I said before, as soon as you add the rice, you only stir it once or twice, and then when you add the stock, don't stir it at all. Now the chicken's starting to brown, it's time to add the rice. The basic theory is whatever you add in rice, you add double the liquid. So I'm going to add about 500 grams of rice. Stir that through. You're not adding any water yet. You want to get all the flavours through it. Stir it for about a minute. You actually want the rice to just be coated with the juices and the oil. Get a little bit of heat through the rice before you add the stock. So as I mentioned before, 500, probably put in a litre. And also now your herbs and spices. Now you can use saffron, okay? I'm putting in coriander today. All right, it's whatever you feel. Also some paprika. And you don't even need to stir it. This will just bring to a boil, and then when it's boiling after about 5 or 6 minutes, we'll turn the heat down and we'll put in more of our seafood. So when it's boiling, you can smell it. You can smell all the flavours coming through, but it's about time we reduce the heat, and at the same time we want to put in our prawns. So put all those in. And reduce the heat. So as we can see now, it's reduced a fair bit, so it's time to add in the mussels. And all you do is grab some fresh mussels, poke them in. Again, there is no limit to how many you use or what kind of food you use. And like all mussels, you just got to wait for them to open. That's when you know it's ready to eat. So as we can see, it's reduced down now. You can see the rice, the mussels, the prawns are cooked. There's only one other thing we need to do now, is of course serve it up and try it. Good luck, come on. Who's first up? Beautiful.
I can recommend it.
Oh, it's all right. As long as you don't call me tomorrow saying you're crook.
Thank you.
Yeah. Remember boys, when it's the wife's day off, tell her it's paella. Most important is the stock to rice ratio. You can't let it dry out or burn. Other than that, the world is your oyster. You can make it vegetarian, seafood, chicken, duck, and remember, it's a man's dish. Now I always brag on how good my food is, but we've got to ask, out of 5, how good's my food?
5!
And that's not even paying it.
Proof.
That's
proof.
See, look at that. See you next week.